welcome to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy radio magazine show that keeps you in the know about entertainment, health, food, fashion, lifestyles, and community affairs. I am your host, Denise Barnes, right here with you on Radio Free Nashville, 107.1 and 103.7 FM. And remember to connect with me on social media. My Facebook public figure page there is In the Know Radio Magazine Show. And also follow me on Twitter. It's okay to follow as long as you're following the right person. And there my Twitter handle is ITK Radio Mag Show. So now sit back, relax, and get rejuvenated right here on In the Know Radio Magazine Show. Cannapreneur Bonita Money is with me on today. Now, everybody is talking about cannabis. In November, there are several initiatives on the ballot in 8 states to legalize the recreational use of marijuana, and California is one of the states. Again, joining me today during the Community Affairs segment is Bonita Money. Welcome to the show, Bonita. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Good morning, and thank you for having me on the show.
It's great to have you here with us to talk about such an interesting topic. First off, I want you to let my listeners know just a little bit more about Bonita Money.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I am originally from the entertainment business, and I have transitioned into the cannabis business about 2 years ago. But I was working on, most recently, my brother's story. He played for University of Texas, a very controversial story, so it's targeted towards ESPN. I also worked with Dr. Dre for years. I actually developed his first film and sold it to Orion MPCA. And I am now still in the industry. I'm working on a animated series called The Potheads, which was developed by 2 gentlemen from an illegal state, Georgia. And they developed it about 20 years ago, and it's just an awesome project.
Wow.
And it's just something that's very innovative and something that's very trending right now, because there's several scripted series that are on network television. So cannabis is going mainstream, really.
We're looking forward to that. And again, what's the name of it? The Potheads?
The Potheads, yes, it was created by Ansonville and Jamie Carlson out of Georgia.
All right. Again, we are looking forward to that. Now, Bonita, you're my guest today to discuss diversity in the emerging cannabis business. First off, tell us more about the glass jar and women above ground. And secondly, how important is the use of cannabis for health reasons?
Oh, absolutely. Women above ground, which is spelled, above is spelled ABUV, so there's a little twist on that. But it is a networking organization for women and focusing on women of color. And the reason I started the organization, because I just didn't find that there were enough networking organizations out there that supported even just people of color, period. And I just think that it is a very underrepresented part of the cannabis industry. There's only like 3% of people of color in the industry. So I think it's really important to create resources, networking, education, empowerment, for people that are trying to transition into the business. Because the biggest issue is that most people don't know where to start, and the lack of education also is a big issue. And it's real important to educate yourself on the industry. And, this is a billion-dollar industry that now corporate America has now jumped into.
Okay.
So it's just important for us to take advantage of this opportunity to be part of the green rush.
Okay, now as I mentioned earlier regarding the health reasons, there is so much, people are fighting against this in so many different states, of course, as you know. But what positive effect does the treatment have on health reasons such as cancer, if you will?
Well, absolutely. And again, we go back to education, because people need to educate themselves on this plant. This plant is an amazing plant. It works for so many different diseases and ailments. Like you said, cancer is one of them. And, it's not about getting high. This plant is really about healing, because, there's the CBDs, which is it's the medicinal part of cannabis that actually does the healing. And ultimately, you can utilize that with no psychoactive effects. So you won't get high off of that, but it does heal. It works with Alzheimer's, it works with cancer, it works with arthritis, it works with so many different ailments. And then like the topicals, like the topical I created with my partner, her name is Michelle Bell out of Maine. We created a topical that actually heals one of my best friends of MRSA, which is it's a bacterial staph infection that is drug resistant. So there's really no cure for it. But her doctor reported that ultimately this cream literally killed the bacteria in 4 days. After she was in 54 days of treatment and they gave her 3 weeks to live, this cream, that glass jar, killed it in 4 days, killed the bacteria. It's amazing.
Yes, it is.
So you see
amazing.
the power of it. Yes.
Now, it's no secret, Bo. It's no secret that African American and Latino communities have been disproportionately affected by the war on drugs. I want you to talk more in depthly about this, and especially about the quote unquote green rush.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Because the war on drugs, I mean, that was targeted towards our people of color. So you're talking about, our African American and Hispanic men that have went to prison over this plant, where now you have people that are making billions of dollars on it, which is just ridiculously unfair, and it's just ridiculous. So, we need to decriminalize. We need to get these people out of jail that are still in jail for cannabis.
Yes.
I mean, it's just so ridiculous. I mean, our taxpayer dollars are going towards housing people in prison for this plant that is now legal, and half the country is now legal medicinally. And we got 9 states on ballot now towards going towards rec and medicinal. So, it's just a ridiculous situation, and we need to create an even playing ground as well for, people of color to get into the industry.
And
so,
again, go right ahead. I'm sorry about that.
No, and that's one of the barriers of people of color getting into the industry is that legal criminal aspect, because if they have a criminal record, ultimately, especially with drugs, they cannot get licensed.
Wow. And
so these are barriers we need to knock down.
And that is definitely a barrier that we need to work on all over this country. And again, listeners, it is up on the ballot, so it's very important that you make sure you pay close attention to this. And again, we're speaking with cannapreneur Bonita Bo Money. Now, you're an advocate for the legislation and decriminalization of marijuana. Since there are initiatives, as mentioned, on the November 8th ballot for 8 states to legalize marijuana, I want you to speak particularly on the laws in Tennessee. What are your thoughts about those?
Well, with most of the southern states, there's still that stigma around cannabis, that it's just to get high, or it's just the guy on the corner with saggy pants selling, dime bags, and that's their perception of what cannabis is about, and it's completely not. And that's where education comes in. But, I know in your state you have the House Bill 1478, which was great because it basically decriminalized anything under, half an ounce of cannabis now is just a misdemeanor, which is great. And I know that for seizure patients, they're able to, I guess, go out of state, which I think is ridiculous, but they have to go out of state, get oils, but at least they can do that. They can get the cannabis oils to dose for their seizures.
Yeah.
So that's great, But still, it still tends to be disproportionately, affecting African Americans in your state. I know in Shelby County in 2010, 83% of drug possession arrests were African Americans.
Wow. And that has to change, Bonita. And as we've been stressing all during this interview, people must go to the ballots, and they must go and vote and make their voices be heard. What other information would you like to share with my listeners regarding the glass jar and women above ground?
Well, ultimately, I would like to encourage people to really take advantage, of this new industry, because ultimately they can be involved. And I'd like to also let them know that they don't have to own a dispensary or, cultivate marijuana to get involved in the industry. There's so many ancillary parts of this business that people can get involved with.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, listen, transfer, your skill sets and your passion into cannabis. So, if, say, for instance, you have a marketing company or you have an HR company or a payroll company, you can now transfer that into the cannabis industry.
Okay.
Because it's a mainstream industry now, and people need all that. People that have cannabis businesses need that. They need an HR company. They need payroll. They need security. Packaging, that's another area.
Uh-huh.
Marketing, all that. They need all that. So,
yes.
You don't have to just look at the industry as, selling or growing weed. There's more to it than that. And, you have to include yourself, because a lot of people are excluding themselves because they think they just can't take part of the industry.
Mm-hmm.
But people now have an opportunity to create generational wealth.
Yes.
And this is what they need to do. Get involved.
Now, you just recently returned from a trip to Amsterdam, networking other cannapreneurs and researching new cannabis products on the market. How was that for you?
Oh, it was awesome. I have a chapter there of Women Above Ground in Amsterdam. And, we are looking to open up all of Europe.
Okay.
And, all of the other countries as well. I know Asia's going to be very difficult. But, right now we're focusing on Europe, Spain. We'd like to open up a chapter next there. But, it's really about educating and creating unity in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, I can't stress education, enough. Just because people need to understand that this plant is about healing. And if they understand that, if you had a family member that was dying of cancer, would you not try any and everything to keep them alive?
Most definitely you would. And that's why, I asked you earlier, so many people are fighting against this. But if it's going to help a person literally stay alive, why fight it? Why not be an advocate for it, such as yourself?
Absolutely. And that's with, that glass jar. My cream is completely legal.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have any THC in it. There's no psychoactive effects, and it has 14 other organic extracts in it. It's a completely organic cream. So this is a healing cream that does so much because we found that other people that have tried the cream have reported psoriasis, eczema healing. Within 12 hours, it treats these skin diseases, spider bites, burns. It's amazing, and to kill a bacterial virus, and it also killed a bacterial it immerses a bacterial infection, but it's also killed a bacterial virus as well, a very rare one that was drug resistant too. So when you have a natural plant that is that powerful, think about it. That is amazing, which no drug can actually, cure, but then this plant can. That's pretty amazing.
Yes, it is.
Powerful.
It definitely is. And again, listeners, Bo Money is the founder of Women Above Ground, and it's a networking organization dedicated to introducing the cannabis business to women of color. And she is also dedicating herself as the founder of Women Above Ground. Bo, how can my listeners learn more about you?
Well, they can definitely go to our website, which is Women Above Ground, which is spelled ABUV. That's how above is spelled. .com. And they can also go to Facebook and find us, just, Google Women Above Ground Facebook. And then we also have That Glass Jar, which is on Facebook, and then thatglassjar.com. And then, of course, they can go to my personal pages as well. And we're on Instagram, IG, I'm at BoMoney27, and Twitter as well.
And listeners,
under Bonita Money.
All right. Again, make sure that you go out and vote. This is a very, very important cause. Bo, thank you so much. And there's an open invite when you'd like to come back to In the Know Radio Magazine Show.
Thank you, Denise.
You're welcome.
You're awesome.
Thanks, and have a great weekend.
Yes, you too.
Thanks. And again, listeners, Bo Money, founder of Women Above Ground, and also the Glass Jar. Very important information. go out and vote. Make sure that you vote, vote, vote. Very important information for you. Again, you are listening to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine Show. And I want you to make sure that you stay tuned in here with us because we have many more exciting guests coming up. We got the mayor, Mayor Megan Barry, coming up in our second hour. So stay tuned, and we will be right back with you.
Do it, man. Remember how you felt when you put a stack of 45s on your record changer? Relive that feeling every Tuesday at 7 with The Flip Side, where Mr. C showcases the A and B sides of real 45s. The Flip Side, Tuesdays at 7 on Radio Free Nashville.
Turtle Radio is for big kids and the itty-bitty kid in all of us. Host Auntie Bobbin uses multicultural songs and stories to encourage self-respect and understanding of different peoples. You'll hear rock, jazz, and folk that are grown-up friendly, like Nat King Cole, the Ramones, Alison Krauss, and Trout Fishing in America, all in the same hour. It's all on Turtle Radio Mondays at 3, only on Radio Free Nashville.
Kick your Saturday afternoon into high gear with a mix of Afropop tunes from across the globe. Let's embark on an exhilarating journey from Haitian compa to South African house, from Kenyan neo soul to GRC Lingala, infused with rich Caribbean mixes and soul, hip-hop, R&B from up-and-coming artists of Afro descent in Europe, USA, and expansive diaspora. These and countless more experiences await you. Come join us. every Saturday, 1 till 3 p.m.
It's Hot Air on Radio Free Nashville.
Sit back, relax, and be rejuvenated on In the Know, the Jazzy radio magazine show that keeps you in the know about entertainment, health, food, fashion, lifestyles, and community affairs. Join host Denise Barnes Fridays 9 to 10 a.m. on 103.7, 107.1 FM, WRFN.
Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died,
And we are back again, everyone. I want to say thanks for tuning in to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine show right here. And you are with me. Hey, guess what? You don't have to really guess. 4 days. 4 days left before this historic election. 4 days left, but we had, you know what, the week has been fabulous. So much has been going on. Go Chicago Cubs. Hey, they won. It's been so many years, but it's happened. 8-7. They did defeat the Cleveland Indians, 10 innings. Oh my goodness, and there was so much excitement all around, especially in Chicago. So hats off to the Chicago Cubs and everyone, all the Cubs fans. Hey, it happened. Believe it or not, it happened. So that's going down in history as well. Again, you are listening to another edition of In the Know Radio Magazine show. And when we return, more of the show. Hang in there with us, and we'll be right back with you.
She passes by. I say to myself, you're such a lucky guy to have a girl like her. Is truly a dream come true. Out of all of the fellas in the world, belongs to you, but it was just my imagination running away with me. Tell you it was just my imagination running away with me. Soon we'll be married and raise a family, a cozy little home in the country with 2 children, maybe 3. I tell you, I can visualize it all. This couldn't be a dream for 2 real it all say, but it was just my imagination once again, just running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me. Just my imagination just running away with me. Oh, it was just my imagination running away. Every night on my knees I pray. Here's my plea. Her love is heaven. When her arms enfold me, I
Hey, and the Cubs did go because they did win, and this is an inspiring song that the Chicago Cubs and all the fans have been waiting to hear and celebrate to for many, many years. So again, congratulations to the Chicago Cubs. 8-7 against the Cleveland Indians in 10 innings. So there you are. Chi-Town in the house. Go Cubs, go. So again, you are listening to another edition of In the Know Radio Magazine show, and at this time, we are going to turn the pages in the magazine to our community affairs segment. Can't help but continue to talk about this topic, and it is politics. Election day is 4 days, just 4 days away, everybody. If you haven't voted, get out there and vote November the 8th. We will know. And you know what? By the next time I come into the studio, we should have a brand new president. Who will it be? Well, the 2016 presidential race is coming down to the wire, but an average of national polls show Hillary Clinton continuing to edge out Donald Trump with 4 days to go before Election Day. CNN's poll of polls shows Clinton leading Donald Trump as of yesterday, 46% to 42%, which was updated yesterday, as I mentioned. Two new national polls taken after Friday's revelation that the FBI is reviewing new emails to see if they pertain to the Bureau's probe into Clinton's handling of classified material at the State Department. Now, the CNN poll of polls is based on an average of the 5 most recent national phone polls. In one, via CBS News and the New York Times, Clinton leads Trump among likely voters nationwide, 45 to 42%. Now, the other, a new ABC News Washington Post tracking poll, shows Clinton with a 2-point edge, 47 to 45%. So again, go out, cast your vote, 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 vote. Very important. And as I mentioned earlier, during the second hour that's coming up, we've got the first female mayor of Nashville, Tennessee. Mayor Megan Barry is going to be my guest during the community affairs segment. We're going to talk about the youth. Very important. Our next generation. We're going to talk about the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council. We're going to get her thoughts regarding the importance of voting. Can't say it enough. Can't stress it enough. Vote, vote, vote. But again, coming up, we also have during my food segment, Chef Elliot Farmer of the Food Network's Cutthroat Kitchen chef. He's going to be my guest again. The holidays are upon us, and wow, he's got some very, very mouth-watering recipes that he's going to share with us coming up just shortly, in a very short time span here. He's going to be my guest again during the food segment. So make sure that you hang in there. You are tuned in to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine Show. And we are back again, everyone. You are listening to In the Know Radio Magazine Show, and at this time, we are turning the pages in the magazine to our food segment. Food Network Cutthroat Kitchen star, Chef Elliot, is back with me on today, and he is also a traveling chef. Chef, welcome back to the show. How are you?
I am doing well. How are you, my friend?
I am well, and I'm excited to talk with you today. Oh, my mouth is watering for some of those great recipes you're going to share with us, Chef. Well, we'll get started, Chef. Growing up, for you, the kitchen was always a special place that represented passion, creative freedom, and family. Tell us more about that.
Well, it turned out to be that way, but it didn't feel that way growing up because it was, to be in the kitchen in my household was like a chore.
Oh, my goodness.
And as a child, I hated chores, and I hated cooking, believe it or not, because we had a large family in our house. It was like 18 of us.
Oh, my goodness.
And so if we ran out of food, you know, my cousins would beat me up.
Was it like that?
It was like that. I mean, and, you know, growing up kind of poor, well, poor actually, we didn't always have enough food.
Oh, wow.
And but we learned how to stretch and make do with what we had, and certainly love was always the main ingredient in whatever dish we were making.
Okay, that sounds good because, you know, if nothing else, we have to have love. Love goes a long way.
Absolutely. Yes.
Chef, reflecting back on your accomplishments, to whom would you attribute your successful career as a chef?
I would have to give it to these three chefs that actually trained me when I was a teenager, working at the Sheraton Hotel as a busboy in the restaurant. And at that time, we had to be responsible for the happy hour. Okay. So it was the mother, Mama Gussie, her son, James Gussie, and all of these were certified chefs, and his wife, Maddie Gussie. Okay. And they trained me to be a sous chef at the Sheraton. And I stayed with the Sheraton for over 20 years.
Oh,
part-time.
Wow. They loved you there. I wonder
they
why.
Did.
That cooking, that delicious cooking. You know, I have been perusing your social media sites, and every time your menus, your recipes are just so, oh my goodness, chef. Oh my goodness. And again, listeners, we are speaking to Chef Elliot Farmer, Cutthroat Kitchen Network, and he's also a traveling chef. Now, Chef, you've had your own internet radio show for the past 3 years. I'd like to congratulate you for being signed on by the Food Network for your own TV show. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Tell us more about that.
Well, the Food Network and Entertainment One has been kind of courting me since the summer, this past summer, and they threw an idea at me and asked if I was interested. It's going to be an unscripted reality TV show called Atlanta Caterers.
Okay.
And we're very high-end caterers, and I was chosen out of 30 caterers to be a part of it. Okay. And so I'm excited about that. We're getting ready to start shooting the pilot. It's going to be filmed in Atlanta. They're going to follow behind the scenes of what I go through, my catering firm, Farmers Gourmet Catering, to create the ambiance for our celebrity clients.
I can't wait for that. Who are some of your celebrity clients that you would like to mention? Just a few, one or two, not many, Chef.
I can't tell you who will be forthcoming, but I can tell you a couple that I've had. Regina Bell is a huge client of ours. Who else? Bernadette Stannis, you know her as Thelma from Good Times.
Yeah. She's interviewed with me more than once. I love Thelma. She's wonderful, beautiful. John Amos as well.
Yes, he is. So there are a few of my clients down through the years. Bishop Paulus Morton, I cook for him quite often.
Okay.
But yeah, just to name a few.
Yeah, those are enough. Those are magnificent clients that you have. Chef, the holidays are upon us. What is one, just one, I know you have many, but one favorite holiday special you'd like to share with my audience, and how can they learn more about Chef Elliot Farmer?
Well, one of my favorite dishes is my seafood cornbread stuffing.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, it has lobster in it. It has crawdad. You probably call them crawfish.
Yes.
Call them crawdads, yes? It
Yes.
has shrimp in it. It has scallops. Oh, my God.
Oh, my
Scallops
goodness.
and bell peppers, onions.
Oh,
and
my
sausage,
goodness, Chef.
cornbread.
Stop
Ooh,
it.
and the seasonings and flavors. And you can get that recipe. All you have to do is follow me on social media,
Definitely.
especially Facebook. My public figure page is Chef Elliot Farmer, my whole name, 2 L's and 2 T's in Elliot, and then Farmer, Farmer. And we're constantly putting recipes out. Actually, I'm going to do a live Q&A in the upcoming days to help those who are creating their own Thanksgiving meals this year for the first time.
All right.
Look out for that announcement.
Oh, that sounds good. Now, as I mentioned, you are a traveling chef. Where did you just came off of, was it a trip or something that you were on recently?
Yeah, I just got back last night from New York City. I've been in New York quite a bit, and just a couple of days before that, I finished out my second tour at the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival there. They invited me to come, and I was able to share with a cooking demonstration, cookbook signing, and prepared a wonderful dish for 1,100 people.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, while there, a lemon curry grilled chicken.
Oh, my goodness.
Over a bit of couscous with a lemon gremolata relish.
Oh, my goodness. Chef, I have not had breakfast. You know, go ahead and just send me a really nice breakfast plate, if you will, right here to Nashville. Oh, that sounds good. Are you working on any other books, Chef, before I let you go?
I am. I am in the midst of working on a cookbook. I don't want to share exactly the concept of it just yet.
Okay,
but
that's okay.
I am in the midst of working on another cookbook.
That's okay, because I know you will keep us in the know by coming back to In the Know as soon as you're ready, okay?
Absolutely.
Again, listener, Chef Elliot Farmer, Food Network's Cutthroat Kitchen Chef, thank you so much, and there's an open invite. I want you to come back again soon, Chef, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And again, listeners, that was Chef Elliot Farmer, Cutthroat Kitchen Chef from the Food Network. I always appreciate him coming and just sharing those mouth-watering recipes with us each time. You're listening to another edition of In the Know Radio Magazine Show on Radio Free Nashville, 107.1 and 103.7 FM. We'll be right back with you.
Lots of happy little children waiting for sunrise, a stocking full of candy and a big surprise. Look at the happiness in their eyes, they're glad it's Christmas. People caroling into the night, where the snow is falling, their sleigh bell rides tonight. We'll snuggle to a nice warm fire. I'm glad it's Christmas, but before this day gets underway, think of how much love you wish to give today. Then wonder why we can't give it all every day. There is no reason every season needs love. People really need one another. Man, woman, boy, girl, sister, and brother. Wish happy holidays to you. Happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays to you. And for this holiday season celebration, let's lift our hands to the holy nation to say thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Happy birthday to your son. Happy holidays to you. Oh, just to be with everyone. Hey, hey, hey. Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays, happy holidays. You see, people really need one another. Man, woman, boy, girl, sister, and brother. We wish happy holidays to you. Happy holidays to you. We wish you happy holidays. Whoa. To you, to you, to you. Happy holidays to you from the listeners. Happy holidays to you.
And happy holidays to everyone. The holidays are upon us, and it is that time of year. It is time to begin to celebrate the holidays. So again, the Whispers, happy holidays to you. And guess what other time that is upon us? It's daylight saving time. It's almost time to change those clocks. Spring up, fall back. What's better than sleeping in on a Sunday? At this time, we're going to turn the pages in the magazine to the lifestyle segment. How about dodging the day-long consequences of rolling the clocks back this weekend? It is this weekend. Daylight saving time ends this weekend, which means that most residents in the country return to standard time at 2 a.m. Sunday. To do so, most people set the clocks back 1 hour Saturday night. Now, this does not apply to you if you live in most of Arizona or Hawaii, where it's always island time. So, I'm going to give you a few tips from ABC News that you'll need to know that's very important. With time, the body clock adjusts on its own, but here are a few ways to help you get along with this changed time. Wake up at a normal time Sunday morning. Many people see the extra hour as an excuse to stay up later and sleep in longer, but sleeping through the Sunday morning sunlight can leave you feeling out of sorts for the start of the week. Instead, try to get up at the same time. Use the extra hour to go for a morning walk or make a hearty breakfast. Eat well and exercise. Speaking of morning walks and breakfast, an active lifestyle and a healthy diet can work wonders for your sleep. So grab your partner, your dog, or your favorite playlist and get outside and enjoy some fresh air. And believe me, it does wonders. It does wonders for you. Get out and enjoy some morning sunlight, and it can leave you feeling out of sorts for the start of the week. Instead, try to get up at the same time. And again, eat well and exercise. Also, get a good night's sleep Sunday night. Still have extra time to kill on Sunday? Well, use it to turn your bedroom into a full-fledged sleep zone. Try to hit the sack at your usual bedtime, even though it will be dark 1 hour earlier. Try a low dose of melatonin. Also, while light synchronizes the body clock in the morning, the hormone melatonin updates it at night. The exact function of the hormone produced by the pea-sized pineal gland in the middle of the brain is unclear, but it can activate melatonin receptors on the neurons of the body clock. So, taking a low dose of melatonin in the evening can actually help sync the sleep wake and light dark cycles. Next, know that your body will adjust. It might take a few days to feel 100% normal, but fear not. Your body will adjust to the new light dark cycle. And some people suffer more, some people less. It all depends. Now, on Monday morning, we will appreciate that we're waking up for work or school with sunlight. So again, just a few tips to adjust your body and your mind to the time change that's coming up on Sunday. Remember, fall back from daylight saving time. You are listening to another edition of In the Know Radio Magazine Show, and coming up, more of the show. We are still anticipating my upcoming interview with Mayor Megan Barry. Hang in there, and we will be right back with you.
Hello, can I ask you a few questions about the apartment you have on Park Street?
What was your name?
My name is Juan Hernandez.
It's been rented.
Oh, he's gone?
Hello?
Hello, my name is Sanjay Kumar. I am calling about the apartment on Park Street.
It's not available.
It's not available, but I just now saw it in the paper.
May I help you?
Hi, my name is Tyrone Washington. I'm calling about the place to rent on Park Street.
No longer available.
It's not available now.
Nope, sorry.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, hello. My name is Graham Wellington. I'm calling about the apartment for rent on Park Street. Is that still available?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, really? I'd love to make an appointment.
Housing discrimination is illegal. If you think you've been a victim because of your race, color, national origin, sex, religion, disability, or family status, call 800-669-9777 or visit fairhousinglaw.org. Fair housing, it's not an option, it's the law. Brought to you by HUD, the Ad Council, and LCC REF.
And we are back again, everyone. You are listening to the second hour of In the Know radio magazine show right here on 107.1 and 103.7 FM. I am your host, Denise Barnes, right here with you. And at this time, we are turning the pages in the magazine back to the Community Affairs segment. Mayor Megan Barry has been elected as the first woman mayor of Nashville, Tennessee, and she is my guest today. Mayor, welcome to the show. How are you?
Denise, I'm so well. Thank you so much for inviting me on today. I'm excited to be with you.
And I'm excited to speak with you, Mayor, and I would like to begin our conversation on the topic of the Mayor's Youth Council. In what ways is the council identifying causes and solutions just to de-escalate increases in youth violence?
Well, Denise, thank you so much for asking. We've had the Mayor's Youth Council. It predates my administration, and we continued it on because it's such an important part of getting our youth involved. And their mission is to provide that input to us on government policies and practices that impact young people, and then also to advocate on issues. And one of the things that we are seeing is an increase in youth violence. In fact, last year we saw a dramatic increase in youth-on-youth homicides, where we need to stop. It's just we need to get our folks and our youth involved in things that are constructive. And so we are launching, which I'm so excited about, a new initiative called Opportunity Now, which I want to speak a minute about. It's about putting 10,000 of our youth ages 14 to 24 to work in paid, meaningful internships. And the Mayor's Youth Council has been involved in helping us with this. We did a youth violence summit, which was the precursor for this, to say, hey, we need some ideas from you all to help us understand what the adults in your life can do for you. And our Youth Council has been critical on that.
Oh, yes. And, Mayor, I was in attendance there, and I am looking forward to helping and being a great volunteer.
Thank you.
Yes, because our youth are very important. They're our next generation.
They are. And, Denise, the one thing that we know is that we have to provide these opportunities for our children so that they can get involved and do things so that they're not idle.
Yes.
And we also know that if they have the opportunity to get some skills, that's going to be helpful as things go down the road. I mean, you have to get that first job so you can get that second job and that third job. And so we're really excited about it. I definitely need the support of everybody in the community. I've got to find those 10,000 jobs, and 7,500 of them have to come from the private sector, and the other 2,500 need to come from the not-for-profit and government. So we're working really hard. You're going to hear a lot more information about this as we roll out, but stay tuned, and thank you so much for asking about it.
Oh, yes. And also, as mayor of Nashville, one of your priorities has been strengthening Nashville's public schools and also ensuring every child has access to a high-quality public education. Mayor, tell us more about this commitment.
Sure. Well, when I came into office, we were in the process of finding a new superintendent. And I have to tell you, I'm so excited that we have Dr. Sean Joseph.
Yes.
He's just incredible. And we have been so fortunate to bring him in. And, he said that literacy was going to be the thing that he wanted to address right away on day one. That's what he wanted. And we had already allocated $18 million in the budget for funds for literacy initiatives because we know that if our kids can read, their trajectory is so much better. But we also have to go back and think about what happens before a child ever gets to kindergarten.
Yes.
And we have to increase the number of high-quality early childhood options for our students and our families. And for me, that looks like pre-K, and including more money for pre-K. And, but it's also making sure we've got great teachers in the classroom. So this year, we included additional revenue in the budget for salaries for teachers because we want to make our teachers competitive, and we also want to make sure that they can live in Davidson County because that's a whole other conversation.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, kids also know how adults feel about them based on the kind of physical plant they're walking into every day. So we put $150 million in the budget this year just for capital funding for our schools to upgrade the facilities. We haven't done that for a long time, and we need to do that.
Absolutely. And again, listeners, we are speaking with Mayor Megan Barry, Mayor of Nashville, Tennessee. And Mayor, in closing our conversation, now with only 4 days until Election Day, how important is it for Nashvillians to get out and vote?
Oh, Denise, it's so important. Early voting has closed, so now you've got to go vote on Election Day at your precinct. So please, 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 if you haven't voted yet, get out there and vote. I'll be out voting first thing on Tuesday morning. And I have to tell you, I think this is one of the most important elections our country's ever seen.
Oh, yes.
And I think that this is going to determine what happens in cities for a long time. And I believe that Hillary Clinton is the one who understands what happens in cities and what kind of resources we need to make cities go. And we also need to care about those down race elections. We need to have representatives up at the state who are actually going to want to expand the governor's Insure Tennessee program.
Yes.
We've got 30,000 people in Davidson County that can benefit from that and have insurance. So please, if you haven't voted, get out and vote. Let your voice be heard. It does matter. I know sometimes we think, no, hey, what's one vote? One vote can make a difference. So please vote.
Yes, it does. Again, Mayor Barry, thank you so much. It's been wonderful. And
Denise, thank you.
You're welcome. There's an open invite when you like to even come to the studio and sit in with me.
I would love to do that. That would be so much fun. And I hope that you enjoy this beautiful, beautiful day.
Definitely.
And thank you again for inviting me.
You're welcome, and you have a great weekend, Mayor.
I will. You too. Take care.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
And again, listeners, that was Mayor Megan Barry, first female mayor of Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, that is. Really great conversation had with her during the Community Affairs segment. And remember, everybody, November 8th, 4 days away. There is so much on the ballots that we need to be concerned about. We've got the president, vice president of the United States up for election, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton. And remember to vote locally, too. So much is being affected. And get out. Make your voice count. Very important. Again, you're listening to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine Show, and we'll be right back with you.
I really can't stay.
Betty, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Betty, it's cold out there.
This evening has
been hoping that you drop in.
so very nice.
I'll hold your hand. They're just like
My
ice.
mother will start to
Beautiful, what's your hurry?
And father will be pacing the
Listen to that fireplace roar.
So really I better
Beautiful, please don't hurry.
maybe just a
Why don't you put some records on while I pour?
and the neighbors might think,
Betty, it's bad out there.
say, what's in this dream?
No cabs to be had out there.
wish I knew how. Your eyes are like starlight now. True great spell. I'll take your hat. Your hair looks red. I ought to say no, no. Mind if I move in closer? At least I'm gonna say that I tried. What's the sense of hurting my pride? I really can't stay. Baby, don't hold out. Oh, but it's cold outside. Betty, it's cold outside. The answer is no. I say it's cold out there. The welcome has been. How lucky that you dropped in. So nice and warm. Look out that window at that storm. My sister will be suspicious. Your lips look delicious. My brother will be there at the door. Waves up on a tropical shore. My maiden aunt's mind is vicious. Your lips are delicious. Well, maybe just a cigarette more. Never such a blizzard before. I've got to go home. Better you freeze out there. Say, lend me your comb. It's up to your knees out there. You've really been great. I thrill when you touch my hand. But don't you see? How can you do this thing to me? There's bound to be time to think of my lifelong sorrow. At least there will be plenty implied. If you caught pneumonia and died, I really can't stay. Get over that old now. Oh, but it's cold.
NAACP grows stronger with every new member enrolled. Your work, your spirit, and your actions are the backbone of the organization. With you and those you bring to the NAACP, the battle can be won. Join today. The NAACP needs you. Don't talk about it, be about it. Join today.
This is folk singer Michael Jonathan. You know, grassroots music is passionate, it's brilliant, it's everywhere, especially in Nashville. So pour a cup of coffee, relax in front of your radio, and enjoy a musical adventure right here on WRFN, Radio Free Nashville. Tune in every Sunday at 6 p.m. for the weekly broadcast of the Wood Songs, Old Time Radio Hour.
back again, everyone. You are tuned in to another edition of In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine show right here on Radio Free Nashville. And this is Denise Barnes, and I want you all to remember to stay connected to me on Facebook, and there I am at In the Know Radio Magazine Show, and Twitter, my handle is ITK Radio Mag Show. At this time, we are turning the pages in the magazine back to the entertainment segment. Howard Hewitt is my guest on today. Howard, how are you?
I'm good, Denise. How you doing?
I am doing well. I am excited to speak with you on today. Now, you are just, oh my goodness. We are just happy to have you here with us today. Let my audience know just a little bit more about Howard Hewitt.
I don't know. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I guess everybody should know that.
Yes.
But
yes.
I don't know. You got to ask me some questions.
Okay. Well,
what do you want?
Well, we have you right here with us. Many people recognize Howard Hewitt as the male vocal lead in Shalimar. I know people remember that.
Long time ago.
Yes.
Long time ago.
Yes. And also, you're singing with the fabulous Jody Watley, everyone. Now, I know you remember that. But Howard, take us back to the beginning and speak on your early years performing as a child.
Oh, I started singing when I was like 10 years old, back in Ohio. Born and raised in Ohio and Akron, Ohio. Mm-hmm. And we started out with the Hewitt Singers, when I was like I said, when I was about 10 years old or so. And did that until I was about 14, 15 years old. And I went into R&B music with my group back there. Put together a group called Life, Lyfe. Mm-hmm. And we did that until I left when I was about 19. I left California, went to Los Angeles. Came out here to Los Angeles and put together a group when I first got out here that eventually went overseas. Stayed overseas for about a year and a half with a group called Beverly Hills. It was the top 40 group. Mm-hmm. And came back from there about, I guess it was towards the end of 1979, and then got offered to join Shalimar on I guess it was December of 79, and went straight out on the road with them. They were in the middle of a promotional tour. And we did the promotional tour, came back, recorded Big Fun album, which had second time around on it. The rest is history as far as that's concerned.
And Howard, just listening to you, you have come a long ways, but there's something new that you're working on, and your new hot single, it's that real R&B. Now, this is grown folks' music for sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's called the real R&B. This was a single. It's actually with my niece, Tiffany Williams, and we did this. Because she has an amazing voice. She had a deal a long time ago that I helped her get on a record label called Pendulum Records, and distributed by Electra years ago. And she's maintained her voice and maintained her look and the whole thing through the years. And we always wanted to do a duet together, but it's hard. I'm a balladeer, romantic music. And it's hard to do a romantic ballad with my niece. So when she and her husband Kyle Bynum wrote this song called "The Real R&B," and when they presented it to me, it was it was the perfect song for us to do. So it's doing real well from what I understand. I've been kind of in and out of the country lately, and not really a lot informed on a whole lot of stuff as far as that's concerned. So, when I got back a few days or so ago, my niece's husband got in touch with me and let me know that the record's getting a lot of good response, and I'm real happy about it. But this is her project. She's an amazing vocalist.
Yes.
And I'm proud to be a part of this record with her.
And I was so excited and happy to play this single just before you came on earlier during my broadcast, and I love it. hats off to you and your niece, Tiffany. Yes.
Thank you. It's a good, it deals with what, a lot of us are talking about now, basically, trying to reach back, but not go back, but reach back and pull some of that classic out, because I don't call it old school. I call it classic.
That's
because
right.
It lasted through the years, and that's what classic music does. When you talk about songs from even the 50s, 60s, or whatever that lasted all the way up through when I was a kid, and so that's what I hope and I believe and I truly feel that the music that I was honored to be a part of, back in the 80s and 90s and all that kind of stuff is lasting through the years. That's why you have like the Prince's music will last through the years. Salomon music will last through the years. Howard Hewitt music will last through the years.
Yes.
This day and I'm for real and all that stuff. So, it's important. It's important to be a part of it and to respect it for what it's about. And the real R&B, kind of goes back and pulls from all that, from all of our influences back then. So that's why it's a familiar track, and it's a good, solid track. They did a great job on it.
Yes, you did, and that's why it's called Grown Folks Music. Howard, you were here in Nashville, Tennessee a few years ago, and it was wonderful to meet you. I spoke to you and interviewed you and took pictures with you. When are you coming back to the It City?
I don't know. Of course, this year is basically almost over with, so there's definitely nothing on the books for Nashville between now and the end of the year. But the new year, I haven't really looked at the schedule for the new year yet, and but I always come through there once or twice a year. It'll be even more now. My son actually just moved there about a couple months ago.
Oh, really? Really? Wonderful.
Yeah. So you guys have got another addition to your amazing musical talent there, because my son's he's a great, amazing musician. And in fact, for this project that I'm working on now, the next studio project I'm working on now, there's a couple of tunes that on this project that he and I produced together, and did an amazing job on it.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll be reaching out to him and hopefully being able to catch him for an interview very soon. Howard, thank you so much. It's been wonderful. What are you working on? How can my listeners learn more about you?
Like I said, I'm working on the next project, next studio project. Will be the first one in a few years, So, but with the independent system that I love so much now, that's in place. You can pretty much take your time and put the record together. As you go along, put a couple singles out there, and then and then put the album out when it's ready. And working on that. Always working on the whole social media thing, which is a very pertinent part of careers now, and mine is no different than any others. You can reach me on Facebook.com/Howard Hewitt fan page, and the Twitter account is just a vocalist, and the Instagram account is Howard_Hewitt, and you can reach me there. But the main thing is and I have the HowardHewitt.com page that we're really in the process. Right now we're building it up, building it back up again, because the other one we had some problems with, so I don't like glitches as far as
I understand, yes.
As far as like computers and that, you gotta be on top of that. So we're pretty much building that back up, and just having a good time. At this point in my career, to me, it's just like thank God, it's like having a really good time. Built a strong foundation. There's there's a whole lot more to do, but that foundation is I'm a foundation guy. I don't believe anything can stand without a strong foundation. So, we've taken the years with before Shalimar when I was a kid, up to the group, back to the Life group, to the group that I went to overseas with to Shalimar, now to Howard Hewitt. It's like it's a strong foundation. And I look forward to riding the rest of it out and having a good time with the people that are listening and stay true to the music and to the career. And we got a lot more to go.
And we are looking forward to riding that wave with you, Howard. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful. There's an open invite when you'd like to come back to In the Know Radio Magazine Show.
I'd love to. Thank you very much. Also, look out. I did this. They did the Unsung episode on Howard Hewitt. We did one some years ago on Shalimar, but the one that just came out last August is on Howard Hewitt. So, look out for that. I guess you can go online now because they've already aired it on TV1. But you can go online or get in touch with TV1 to have them air it again. So.
We'll definitely look into that. Howard, thank you so much. Hey, you have a really blessed weekend, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you. You too. God bless. Take care.
Thank you. And again, listeners, that was Howard Hewitt. Oh, fabulous interview, fabulous time with him. Thank you so much. Hey, we have come to the end of another exciting show of In the Know Radio Magazine Show. Thanks to my guest, Bonita Bomani, Chef Elliot Farmer from the Food Network, Mayor Megan Barry, and the fabulous Howard Hewitt. Oh, my goodness. Thank you all so much for being my loyal listeners. And also thank you for just connecting with me again. That's Facebook In the Know Radio Magazine Show. Also on Twitter, that handle is ITK Radio Mag Show. Also, listen to any previous shows. We just built our YouTube station site. So I want you all to go there and search In the Know on YouTube. And listen to the shows. Also SoundCloud. I'm just out there. I'm all out there. So make sure if you didn't get a chance to catch any of the previous shows, make sure you connect with me, link up with me, all those great things. Get out and vote, because the next time I'm on air, there'll be a new president of the United States. But make your voice count, make your voice heard. And remember, everybody, time goes back. Next Sunday, if it's in the news, it's on In the Know Radio Magazine Show.
It's time to say goodbye for now. We'll have our second time around. Before you go, there's something I'd like to say. Everything's not what it seems. There's a stronger force behind the scenes. He's in our lives every day. He's right there when we call.
103.7 and 107.1 FM are Radio Free Nashville, WRFN LP, Pasco, Tennessee.
This portion of today's programming is brought to you by Cherokee Forest Voices, working to protect the Cherokee National Forest, a mountain treasure adjoining the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, filled with wildlife, clean water, wilderness, old-growth forest, and the Appalachian Trail. Cherokee Forest Voices, protecting beauty and the wild.